just talking about anime. Guess it's important to hear what they say. Argue over wipers throughout night and day. Now that you listen to the Rant Cafe.
On this lovely episode, we have a fantastic guest, a guest that will teach us the ways of the weeb. We have the professor himself, Professor Lando.
Hi there. Thanks for having me. I'm glad to finally be reaching, peers in the intellectual community here. So thank you and hello.
Oh, hello. We're very excited for you to teach us all sorts of very interesting and life-changing as well as life-warping things. We have a fellow doctorate. I'm not that I'm putting you down or anything, Lando, to put you in the same group as Animac.
No,
he's
right,
okay.
Of course.
Like he's whatever. He's okay sometimes. Animac was a PhD in political philosophy. True story.
Yo, what's going on, Nux? I feel that I'm qualified to be here.
Yeah, okay. We also have Briggs from Nux and Briggs. Also very good at Apex.
Doctorates are as plentiful as grains of sand, but there's only one Lord D. Brigo, boys. That's all I'm
There we
saying.
go.
That's all I'm saying.
Hell yeah. So, a lot of you may be aware of Professor Lando because of his submissive and breedable theorem that has been spread far and wide.
Right.
And it has, last I checked, 3.5 million views on YouTube.
God damn!
Something like that. It's I'm very lucky to it's just clickbait, and you get really lucky, and then you get 3 million views, I guess. But
It's a lot more complicated than that.
I should try it sometime.
Perhaps,
Three-step
probably.
process? Alright, let's go.
I'll be honest, when I first saw that video in my recommended, it had 19k views. And the next time I saw it in my recommended, it had 60k views.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is going viral. And then now it has 3.5 million.
It's pretty crazy. I just the sub growth and stuff. It's just I don't even think I'm really you might say aware, fully grasping the scale. I'm, of course it's like, oh wow, this is insane and stuff, but it's just been crazy for sure.
Yeah, it's
honestly,
it's pretty
one 3 million video view is life changing, right?
Yo, that is...
No, but the point is, it's not just one, because YouTube is this weird...
because you get that momentum into your later videos, and you build an audience that the people that like that one video are gonna maybe come back, or a percentage of them will come back for the part 2 or the next one, right?
My man Lando gained over 200,000 subs in a week.
Yo,
Yeah,
that is insane.
It's pretty crazy. We passed 300k I can't even keep track anymore. Maybe yesterday or the day before.
Huge
crazy.
congrats, man. That's wild.
Yeah, that's
Thank
awesome,
you.
man. Congrats. And it's also because of the quality of the content.
That's what
Because
I'm
you
saying.
you put
You.
your actual studio in there. Let's call it a studio, okay? Because it's a studio. It's professional. It's cool. And that's why you get the subs. Not every type of content, even when it goes viral, is gonna get that many subs.
That's true.
But yours did because it's good quality
Right.
stuff.
I'm trying my best for sure to make sure that my students are learning something of consequence.
Yeah, it must be quality. It must be quality to gain that many subs for sure. I think I have one video with 2 million views, and it brought in maybe 10,000 subs. So
No, but the thing is, this one video went viral, but it dragged a lot of videos with it. You also have a video, the hottest Pokemon or whatever that has 1 million views.
Right. That and I'm very glad that one. Out of all the others, for sure. I think there's some important info definitely in that one.
So really, you're doing this for
what
the
was the conclusion? What is the hottest Pokemon? Can
spoilers?
Please
Watch the lecture, dude.
Listen,
I am a normie. I have unfortunately not seen any of these videos yet, but live on Twitch, I will definitely be watching them 100%. Okay, just lecture me a little bit. What is the hottest Pokemon? What is this video that
I think it's obvious either Ninetales or Espeon, and only
What?
a normie
Man?
only a normie would say Gardevoir now.
Bro,
Okay, dude,
bro.
you just exposed
Okay,
yourself.
that is
Disgusting,
true.
disgusting. It's all about
Okay.
what was
Wow.
it? What the Machamp? Machamp is the most.
Oh
Oh my god! I will lick those
yes.
rocks.
Right. The Poke Dilfs, I think the community has agreed upon term for a Machamp is a Poke Dilf. The Gardevoir definitely is the normie choice, I think. Kind of like a bait. I do Gardevoir has that thing that protrudes out of its chest, that
Yes.
pink thing.
Yes.
I do like if you're gonna say something positive about Gardevoir as being like a hot Pokemon, you can like, you ever see those things at like Western bars? They got like those cowboy riding things, like
Yes.
you know, and it throws you off. You can kind of like grab onto that like disc protrusion, kind of, you know, and just kind of like for some more stability. So I mean, but besides that, you know, in my video I say like psychic Pokemon in general, I think are probably not the best Pokemon waifu to be choosing, because you know they can read your mind. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, you are fellow intellectuals in the community, so I'm sure you have similar thoughts to mine. But if my girlfriend, let alone my wife, could read my mind, I don't know how sustainable of a relationship that truly could be.
See, but like,
frankly.
you're
Well, you
making
see,
many
Lando.
good points, Professor. But the way I see it is, mind reading. You're right. In a wife that may be extremely trying at times. However, we're discussing what the hottest Pokemon is. We're not discussing what the best Pokemon wife is.
So
Right.
Nux, are you on Team Espeon now?
No! It's a freaking cat, dude.
But-
That's messed up.
all right.
To answer your question, like which is the hottest Pokemon? You know, I'll be honest. In my fervor of clickbaitiness, you know, I kind of after the fact realized I don't even answer that question in my video.
I mean, those are the best videos. Those are the best videos. I'm sure you got all that watch time. Everyone was waiting to find out who it was.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, but off the top of my head, I'm a Blaziken fan. Probably Blaziken's up there.
Yeah, Blaziken's hot.
I mean, that Blaziken's literally hot, so that's not fair.
Right.
Well,
That's
those
kind
are
of a
your-
cop out,
Who
Lando.
doesn't want to get their dick burnt?
Also, by the way, I think
Dick
Briggs was
Briggs?
talking about female Machamps, right, Briggs?
No.
Bro, either way, doesn't matter.
I mean,
Female
variety is
Machamps
the spice
exist.
It's true, they do.
They exist, Guro.
They do.
Also, realistically,
I don't know,
Ditto.
man. I
Ditto
think-
is the hottest Pokemon because it's just like a big pink blob. Also, because it can transform into a real waifu.
There we go. That.
'Kay.
See, I see the logic.
Fair.
As
fair.
much as we all love fucking Pokemon, boys, let's let's talk about this huge video
Right.
that blew up. What was that one about? Like, fill me in here.
That's
So
what she said.
I believe you're referring to my submissive and breedable theorem.
Yes, that one.
So I that was actually like the first thing I actually before I started to lecture, you know, one night, I think it's like 3 a.m. and I put on my little dressed up shirt, and I kind of did some like practice just to see how I felt about how the lectures could run. And you know, I can't even tell you how I don't even remember where I heard the term submissive and breedable. I don't even
it's everywhere.
remember, but
Oh, yeah.
I
It's all
remember
over.
spitballing this like little theorem. And so actually where I actually, if I can trace it back, this all started for me on TikTok, because I posted that random, you know, because
What?
all of my lectures and stuff are here on Twitch, and then I syndicate it to YouTube and TikTok. But
Right.
at the very beginning, it was just a clip I recorded on my phone, and I'm just saying "bussy" over and over and over, trying to get the point across to the people. And
As you should.
that
Understandable.
one ended up just out of nowhere, like 5 million views, and that's where I started to get my first influx of students. And
So,
I
like, the thing that's so cool about what you do, and I think it's so novel, is there's something you have to realize about the internet, and it's all like yoink and twist is kind of the mentality that everyone goes by here. You know?
Right.
Like, Mr. Beast donates, it starts off with some random guy donating $1,000 to streamers to get reactions. Then Mr. Beast, yoink, takes that concept of donating to streamers and twists it into, I'm going to donate $1 million to get a bigger reaction. And then comes along stupid me, who donates $1,000, but I'm going to twist it $1,000 to streamers if they show their browser history on stream. That's another yoink and twist.
I
So
could
a
never
lot
do
of
that.
content is
do
just...
people do that? Is that real? Is that something you've done?
Yeah, I've done that. Yeah. That's my best video, actually.
I could never do that.
That was awesome. But anyway, the point is that I'm trying to make. Yoink and Twist is a very popular style of making YouTube videos, and you're covering topics that I guess other people can discuss, like Meme University will discuss the background of memes. But doing it like the super serious professor archetype is so cool.
Yeah, I do take it seriously, to definitely in varying degrees across the different lectures, but if I did have to speak seriously and say like why is it resonating with people, I think I definitely appeal to a more degenerate taste for sure, and I do think the intellectual degenerate community is not to call anyone out, but a little tired of being a little pandered to, I believe. Just generalities of it's tentacle porn, haha, or more like baseline kind of stuff. They really want to know like which Pokemon would you fuck, like true.
Yeah, they want to go deeper. They want to go deeper.
Right. And all these are just I'm kind of just pulling from my tank of years of experience, thinking, talking amongst my own peers. In my own personal experience.
You're really fighting the good fight for the entire intellectual degenerate community. Wow.
We're skirting the line for sure, though. Every time I go live on Twitch, it's is this it? Is this when someone pops in and sees me going like, which Pokemon does have like the best, like how before I say, how can I say like Pokey Pussy? Is that or like,
what do we whatever you want, here? Man.
Yeah,
we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I say like Pokey Pussy or whatever it might be, low punny, low pussy or something, and I think, oh, this is it. We're about to get taken down, but so far it's going good.
I think your biggest fear should be someone from your personal life finding your channel, bro.
Right.
Dude, during that entire Pokemon conversation, I was just thinking to myself, especially like lately on Rank Cafe, I've been acting super sus just for the lulz, and like I'm just like, my girlfriend, my mom, my brother all follow this channel. I'm like, what if they just turned in at this time when I'm talking about fucking Machamp?
No, I definitely, for sure.
Do you feel that?
My parents have been, they might contact me and be like, so how's it going? And I'm just like, it's going good.
Yo, you know what the hottest Pokemon is? You know what the hottest Pokemon is? Unironically, though?
Your mom.
What's it called? What's the Pokemon that Rhyhorn evolves into? Rhydon, these nuts! Alright, sorry.
Oh, no, you got him.
I'm sorry. I had to have
Lando, you can't do that. You can't let him do that to you.
But see, this is the best part. I'm glad I can finally be amongst peers that can challenge my intellectual thoughts.
Yes, that's what I
appreciate it for sure, keeping me on my toes.
By the way, what do you tell your parents you do? Lawyer?
No, so I just vague.
Well,
I'm just like, I'll show you some. It's going good is all you need to.
No, this just happened within the last week.
I'm a professor on Twitch, is what I do. I'm a professor on Twitch. I teach fellow intellectuals about a broad spectrum of topics, from certain like pop culture to more Japanese media.
Yeah, so
you can tell them
you're an internationally recognized professor.
It's true.
That's true. As you can see, this Lop Bunny's legs are spread at a 90-degree angle. So by using Pythagoras' theorem, there we go. Boom.
No, but they do kind of like, they're definitely, like my personal sphere definitely knows I kind of do some wacky stuff for sure. So I'm lucky in that way.
Yeah, you got to kind of prime them for that with your personal life before this, because if you're just like the most normal dude and then all of a sudden you're the Poke Pussy professor, it's kind of weird,
I don't see that as weird at all. Live your dream, bro.
Yeah. I think the term my students have given me is the prophecy. You say something once and you don't know which terms are going to run away, but you bend over on stream one time and suddenly it's just prophecy for the rest of forever.
Bro. You fuck a dog one time and then they call you a dog fucker.
Right.
Messed up.
Okay, Nux, I don't think the rest of us can relate to that issue, but if you can, then that's cool.
You just have no sense of humor to make you understand nothing.
No, I love how he got mad about me saying a cat-like Pokemon is hot, and meanwhile he's got this whole dog thing going on.
Yeah, because I have a sense of humor. No,
that's not what the dog thought.
Dogs are better than cats.
That's not what the dog thought, though, Nux.
Edward.
God damn it, why? Oh man.
Oh no.
I've been loving these like really just random podcasts we've been doing lately with no topic where we're just
They're the best.
What do you mean no topic, bro? This is
Yes, we're discussing bussies.
This is like literal professional, lecture analysis stuff.
But see, like, we have the freedom to go in whatever direction we want with the conversation versus being stuck to just something like we talked about fucking Pokemon, right? We had it, but it's not the entire podcast. We can move on to something else.
To be honest with you, Briggs, so far it has been. So we'll see what happens. But
what do you mean? We've been talking about the algorithm of YouTube and marketing content, the steal and twist or whatever. I'm learning so much here. I am
yoink and twist, bro. Yoink and twist.
Yes, I got the gist, but I'm see, I gotta refer to my notes and study. I'm learning so much. I'm happy to be here.
All right. Other important conversation topics that we need to have. I think that it would be remiss to have a conversation without talking about this. What are your thoughts on Eldritch Monster Girls, Professor?
Eldritch. So you're talking about like a subgenre of monster girls.
Yes.
So when you say Eldritch,
the Eldritchian
what's an example?
style.
Because in my head, I'm thinking of like Dark Souls type kind of thing.
Yeah.
Man, he's mentioned Apex and Dark Souls in one stream.
So
My man.
I quickly what comes to mind first is like if you're familiar with Dark Souls, the Dancer of the Boreal Valley.
Oh, Dancer of Boreal Valley, I am familiar.
And I mean, if
my pussy enough
that's
times.
that's a sheesh for sure. I mean, if you're not down with that, I don't know what to say.
Especially because the Strat is always like standing behind her the whole time, so she doesn't hit you.
Right.
Right. And it's really hard to focus on doing damage when her ass is just in your face the entire. I totally get you.
You know what though? Like sometimes I prefer to fight her early on in the game. That way she can.
So
she can fuck me up. So I just want to be fucked up by her. What can I say?
You just want her to step on you a little before.
Right. A little bit.
I want her to dance all over me a couple times, right?
Yeah. A little bit of like the dominant type. I think it's in our nature. This dominant.
Dude, and she has that one attack where she just picks you up and slams you against the ground. Oh yeah.
And then you're like, oh shit, I won't fight her now. I'll come back later with an even bigger sword.
Right.
Fun fact that's totally random. I'm doing a pyromancy build in Dark Souls 3 right now, and it makes the game so much easier because you can just stay far away from the dancer and blast her with fireballs. But that's totally random.
Yes, Chad, I am lost right now because I'm not a gamer, but I appreciate it.
Speaking of Dark Souls waifus, though, Quaylag, though, MetaHulk says in chat.
Right. I did a lecture on Monster Girls recently, and we talked about the Arachne, the spider, like the spider in Monster Musume, and a lot of that was brought up a lot. But oh no, am I gonna forget the name of this? Who is Gwendolyn though? So this might be a sort of bit of a segue here. So Gwendolyn Dark Souls, I think I would regret if I didn't ask you what your thoughts on like the femboys in general are here, because that is definitely an important topic for me.
Yeah, Animac, how do you feel about the femboys?
Animac, you have a PhD in political philosophy. What's your thoughts on femboys?
My thoughts are not interested.
I think I'm gonna agree here. I like Chadley men and Chadley women.
Okay.
Femboys tend to be as like feminine boys.
Feminine boys. Yeah. Thanks, bro.
I mean, I'm just
femboys
explaining
go,
it to our viewers, defining what a femboy is.
I respect femboys for who they are, but for me personally, again, it does not do it.
Okay, that's fine. I was just interested. I would say variety is the spice of life. Mm-hmm. You never know what's out there. What fruits might surprise you.
So, Professor, so what do you think about femboys?
So it's an interesting topic. It's probably my most requested lecture topic of femboys. Actually,
tomboy girls though.
Right.
Definitely.
Right. I am actually here at Ligma University, the school that I teach at. It's a little outdated of a philosophy, but it's just tradition here. Our cheerleading squad is actually only open to femboys.
Oh.
And our football team actually is only open to tomboys. We like to put a spin on it. So.
I like it. Definitely a legal nightmare, but I like it.
Right. We do get, it causes some trouble, but yeah, I'm a traditionalist.
You could be based in like Curacao, though, right?
Yeah, you and Ruben could be based in Curacao.
Then anything goes.
Okay, I don't mean to hijack this real quick, but I have to ask you just really quickly. You know, I'm lucky to be talking to some anime YouTubers, anime content creators.
Well,
and,
you're talking to one anime content creators and two people that used to be anime content creators.
Right. I mean, in general, people who are familiar with the subject and to some degree can purport themselves to be an authority, an intellectual figure within the community. And again, just a month ago, I was not able to have the opportunity to reach out to such figures. And just a short while ago, I watched the last Evangelion Rebuild movie. I was wondering if you've seen that, first off, and what your thoughts were, just very quickly, positive or negative, because I'm just very curious myself.
So, I don't think either of us, out of the three of us, I don't think any of us actually saw the rebuilds at all.
Okay.
Like, we all watched the original and the End of Evangelion movie. I think we all liked the End of Evangelion movie. I think that taking crack is more productive than watching the actual finale of Evangelion.
Okay. But I basically just because I hated them.
Oh,
and
sweet.
yeah, sweet, awesome. But
yeah, me and Nux like that point. So Animac actually likes Ava. I watched the original anime series. And when I was like 15, I'm like, well, that fucking sucked, and I literally just never watched the movie, which regrettable. I probably should have done. I heard the movie was fantastic.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay,
Evangelion rebuilds again, but all the characters are femboys.
Okay,
right.
So in terms of Evangelion, I've seen the original and the movie. I watched like the first rebuild, and I wasn't a huge fan. I felt it was more like almost like a kiddie friendly version of Ava. So then I didn't continue with the rebuild.
Right, I do think I am amongst my own kind here.
Cool.
Basically, the reason I asked that was because I thought it was awful. The latest. That last rebuild movie, which was like the culmination of all those years of these rebuild movies.
Yeah, it's been a while. It's been like 10 years, right?
So we actually have a command in our chat that like !Ava, and then you say a word, and then the command is that word is deeper than Evangelion.
Right. Okay. I'm safe. I'll open up a little more because, again, the reason I was asking that was because I watched it and I hated it, but online I see all these YouTube videos that are like thank you for the last rebuild.
You're gonna call out Giguk like that? Wow, you're just gonna call Giguk out.
I don't, whoever. I'm unfamiliar with this Giguk, but I can imagine it's something along the lines of, and I was just shocked that this was like the prevailing. Maybe I'm watching top down, just the most popular stuff gets to the top, but I was like shocked that the response was so positive. So I wanted to, and that's why I asked you, being figures in the community, like what you thought. But I'm safe here. I can take a deep breath.
This is a safe place. Any place that you can talk about profussy and not need to worry about life. This is the place that you can tell us your deepest secrets.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you guys furries, by the way? Just thrown out there.
No,
so pay no attention to my thumbnails. No, I am not.
So the thing is,
the anime said no, he's not. Meanwhile, he says that Ninetales and Espeon are the hottest Pokemon.
No, because we're talking about Pokemon, dog. Like, we're talking about Pokemon. That's the theme.
That's
but
the gateway.
Personally,
That's the gateway.
No, I like like bunny girls, like Miruko from MHA, that type of stuff. But then actual furries get mad. They're like, that's not a furry. She's basically human with bunny ears, right? So then,
Espeon though is a freaking cat.
Bro, you were talking about real dogs. I'm not even gonna get into this, man.
It's an organic scale. Life isn't black and white, right? On the scale for sure. But I myself, what I think it is like, I wouldn't claim myself to be a furry.
Okay.
And I think a lot of true furries in the community, they might even take offense to me claiming that if I was to claim I was a furry, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm willing to. Why not? If the opportunity was,
he's
to present itself
for research purposes, willing to learn,
right.
willing to try. You never know.
Because there's extremes on the scale of furrydom, and those people, others might call them weird. But I think it's also weird to be like, I'm not about that at all. No way, Jose. Like, I can't. that's disgusting. That's also kind of weird to me.
Okay,
Like,
but Lando, are we talking about actual, like, if in a fantasy world there were like cat girls, or are you talking about like the furries who just dress up in like costumes?
There's a spectrum, bro.
I think my hypothetical is like if like in reality if it presented to yourself. Like Lola Bunny was in front of you, basically.
Yeah, I think you'd be crazy, not to research it, for the science.
Okay, that's all I was wondering for sure.
For science, interesting.
Yeah, like I guess sometimes when you say furry, I think of like people who just dress up in like really hot ass costumes to do stuff, which to me it's like rather not,
When you say hot, you mean like warm because they're heavy, or
yeah, I mean like extremely warm.
No, because I thought it was interesting. You were like referring to it as a negative connotation, and then you say, but the costumes are hot though.
Yeah, like stuffy, hot.
Yeah, sure. I'm sure that's what you meant.
That's what he meant.
Stuff. It's not the only thing that's going to be stuff.
Anyway, Nox chat pointed out that you love Holo from Spice and Wolf. So are you a furry?
Human. She looks human.
Isn't she basically a wolf who can become a human?
Yeah, but human
Again,
form is pretty human looking.
I think those are baby steps, right? Like
what I'm referring to
I wouldn't say
I'm not
but I wouldn't say
sexually
it is.
attracted to like Lucario and Sonic. Okay, that's how I kind of gauge furrydom.
What about like some of that Sonic fan art, bro?
Don't get me started.
There's that one GIF with Sonic and Mario. You know what I'm talking? Oh baby.
Yo, what is Anka on the furry scale?
That's probably like a 3.5. Probably a 3.5 for sure.
Yeah, because I mean I feel like that's an accessible furry for anyone.
Oh yeah. Okay. The Animal Crossing. I mean, have you guys played it? Like Animal Crossing, you're walking around your village.
I haven't really, to be honest.
And your villagers walk by you. You don't give a little bit like a.
Yeah, I haven't actually played it. Didn't sound appealing to me when people described it to me, but I probably would if I did.
Professor, I have a question. So I'm actually a pretty big fan of Monster Musume. I enjoyed it, but like, would they be considered? They're not furries. They're like, cause like one's a spider, one's a snake.
No.
So one's a scaly.
One's a centaur.
Yeah. So I think there's always exceptions to every rule, but generally speaking, I think that monster girls and the characters in Monster Musume are not furries. They're definitely. It's definitely an overlapping Venn diagram. There might be some cases where furries and monster girls like overlap, but generally I think monster girls are very separate, and the reason is it has to do with like the intent. Monster girls are very like, you take one monster girl for example, it exists I think in like a larger canonical lore. It's like a whole picture of presenting you this world of monster girldom, especially in the case of Monster Musume. But furries, it's more like characters and vehicles for whether it's role play or whatever. And they might be characters from different fandoms, but I don't feel that holistic kind of canonical lore holding them together like I feel with monster girls, if that makes sense.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because the lore helps, right? Just like plot and hentai.
Right.
I see those as different things, anime, but okay.
Also, think monster girls are generally more like humanoid. Like,
yes.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, but
thinking.
see, that's the thing. That's the big question, and I don't know if are you familiar with One Piece, Lando?
Yes.
Are you familiar with Black Maria?
No way.
I'm about to be in 30 seconds.
If he says somewhat, then okay.
Because she's in the current arc, and she is a very large, busty woman who just happens to have a lower half of a spider, right? My thinking is, yay. But a lot of people are like, the lower half makes it a nay, so I don't know what you think.
Professor.
She's giant. Oh, okay, I see.
Professor, I have a question. So is
really
Quelaag.
Quick, I'm not a fan of the spiders personally. The spider girls.
I see.
It's
but
scary.
again, that's just personal. I suppose.
Well, so the reason why I brought up Monster Girls is because you brought up like, who was it from My Hero Academia? Mirko and like Holo, who are like pretty much entirely humanoid, which is like, but like they're slightly whatever, furry or whatever. And then I'm like, okay, let's take it one step further where it's like, yes, these monster girls are humanoid, but they're definitely more. Like when you take Mia from Monster Musume, she's half snake, half like humanoid, right? So we're starting to get more into that direction of like full creature. Whether furry or not.
Professor.
Yes.
For mermaids, top half fish, bottom half human, or top half human, bottom half fish?
This is a hard one.
Good question.
This is a hard one.
Great question.
I guess
is one of the biggest questions.
Is it a matter of, again, we talked about the distinction between like a waifu versus a purely physical relationship. I guess it would depend on that. A waifu, I mean, you know, I can't have a meaningful connection with like a fish head. but also,
hey, but you can't have children with a fish bottom.
Right. It's a give and take. Like,
yes.
You know, is the bottom half of if the fish top with the human bottom half, you know, how thick is the bottom half? It might depend on that. Generally speaking, though, to my students, I did say that the mermaids are lower on my personal tier list of monster girls,
Lamia,
for sure.
top half snake, bottom half human, top half human, bottom half snake.
Top half human, bottom half snake. Top half snake, bottom half human. I'm gonna have to go with bottom half snake.
Ooh, you into that snussy?
Yeah.
Nice.
The slitherussy, for sure.
Oh!
I mean, it exists, right? They do have reproductive organs.
Right, that's very different from like the mermaid, because like the snake half, I can get down with that. But like a fishy, like the fish, the clamminess and like the scales, that's just gross. Come on, you know, what are we doing here? We have
and the scales can be dangerous, bro.
Anime, top half spider, bottom half girl, or yeah, all right, whatever.
Also, who's this Carrot? You were talking about One Piece.
Carrot, bunny girl. I think she's borderline I don't think she's like Hollow. Like Hollow, like her face is human. Carrot's ain't, and she's covered. I think Carrot's entering furry territory.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is definitely furry territory for sure.
No, but
what I'm saying
Carrot
is, you know,
oolong form is much more advanced than.
All right, Espeon, boy. Okay, dude.
Solong.
Yes,
Solong?
Carrot and the other other minks, like they're definitely furries.
I'm down though. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, minks are furries for sure.
Who was that older like deer-esque lady? Was she a deer? The one that like Carrot knows. You guys know her name?
Yes, she's a deer.
Professor, I have another question.
Yes.
So, what is the correlation between furries and being sexually attracted by people burping in each other's mouths?
I think that's a question for.
I think unfortunately the crossover is much higher than we would like to realize. I think is my answer.
Isn't that a question for Pyrocynical?
Unfortunately, he's not in this episode.
Okay.
Hold on, going back to One Piece really quick. I stopped after is it Dressrosa? Is that the arc?
Yeah.
I stopped. No one told me there's like this Carrot character. Sheesh. No one told me this is what's going on in One Piece. Might have to catch up.
Hey, let's go!
There's actually an arc after Dressrosa, which a little bit after Dressrosa, where they're on a fucking whatever. I'm just gonna spoil a little bit. They're on a walking turtle or a walking elephant. My apologies. A walking
turtle,
like an elephant in the water, and there's this like
a tribe.
There's a tribe of people that are all furries that live there, and that's why I was talking about this deer lady, because I know everyone likes Carrot, but I'm personally a fan of Wanda.
Professor, I have a question.
Okay. Yep.
Can you explain OO?
You mean like
OO and ooh,
like ooh, hello.
Yeah. Can you please explain that to me? I don't understand. I don't understand, Professor.
I'm not even sure I fully maybe even grasp the kind of Discord kitten like type of talk. Like
it takes decades to really appreciate it.
I think that might fit into a greater lecture topic about this. You talk about dominant, submissive.
I will definitely tune into that episode.
Sort of a branching of that kind of like dominant, submissive, milfy, mommy type thing. On the opposite side of that, there's like the baby talk, ooh woo thing going on.
The cutesy shit, yeah.
The cutesy. And I don't really know what's going on with that, really, but
Well, yeah, you gotta prepare the lecture. You gotta dive into it. You can't just talk off the
right.
cuff.
I don't want to mislead any of my students, but off the top of my head, the again, in the same way that me personally, I talk about like whether it's like a Lady Dimitrescu from Resident Evil or whatever character we're all telling to step on us, right? There's something there in each one of us, a glimmer of the ooh-woo baby talk, because there's a glimmer of, a very small glimmer of all of us that wants to be, frankly, babied a little bit. A little bit coddled. We want to look up and go ooh-woo to some degree.
Interesting. So how do you how can you explain the e-girl squiggle? On the top left side of your squiggle?
just one sec, Nux. I just want to suggest to Lando some reading material. I believe Freud has done some stuff on the Oedipus complex that you might want to look into for the lecture.
Right.
So actually, funny story. That is so not even memeing. That was one of the major philosophical themes in Dark Souls. Like, I'm not even joking right now. Like, Freud's concept of rebirthing is a major theme in Dark Souls.
You should play it sometime.
Going full circle right now. That's why all of the female characters in Dark Souls have like terrifying lower halves. It's like appealing higher halves and then terrifying lower halves. Every single one, pretty much. There are also like a lot of really funny. It's funny to explain, but if you look at it, it actually makes sense. Like in the very first intro, there's this big chasm that kind of looks like a vagina, and then you go through it and you're born into the world. Like the concept of rebirthing is huge in Dark Souls because there's this constant cycle of this Age of Fire ending that you need to keep the flame going on to a future generation, and you have people from previous generations reincarnated as ashen ones or hollowed souls.
Yeah, I love Dark Souls. If I'm working on something, I have like a Dark Souls lore video playing in the background, even if I've watched it like 100 times.
So how would you explain the gaping dragon?
Oh! That's just a big vagina with teeth. It's like...
I think Shrek changed all of our views on dragon waifus.
Ooh.
I think it's...
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. Okay. Smash Mouth broke up yesterday! F in the chat for Smash
Wait,
Mouth.
I think
the major message of the gaping dragon is sometimes you gotta risk it all to
that's really not
achieve greatness.
Really...
Sometimes you gotta risk it all. Teeth are at oh fuck! Did the stream just crash?
No, I said say F in the chat.
Wait, did Smash Mouth actually break up? Was that a meme?
Yeah, Smash Mouth actually broke up, dude.
Bro, they haven't been relevant since the 90s, but I guess that's...
They were like... I mean...
Bro, don't even fucking Smash Mouth. Daft Punk broke up last year. Don't fucking even talk, man. Like that, I'm still trying to get over that. Like an actual amazing band. Not Smash Mouth. They have one song anyone knows. I don't even want to... Like, I'm not even gonna meme. I'm not gonna meme this Daft Punk, bro.
Somebody once told me that the world was gonna roll me. And not all that glitters is gold.
The only role I care about is the one that's never gonna give you up.
Okay.
Wow.
This is it?
Yeah, Lando. Welcome to Rank Cafe, bro.
Thanks for having me.
By the way, Lando, or should I say Professor, you mentioned that spider girls and like some fish girls are not high on your furry tier list, but what is high on that tier list?
Monster Girl tier list, Animac. Furries are a different...
Fine, Monster Girl tier list, yes.
Like, you don't listen in class, dude!
Me, personally, when I gave my lecture on Monster Girls, I contained it into, like, the Monster Musume sphere, understanding the presentation of Monster Girls within Monster Musume. The Centaur is high on my list. The Centaur Girl. Because
you want to be able to fit your whole arm up a butt
right.
hole.
True. It's just water's wet, am I right? But I think generally speaking, the centaurs are loyal. They're very knightly. They'll defend your honor. Strong, a horse. You ever see someone get kicked by a horse? Like strong, could protect you. You can ride it. You can ride it places. in more ways than one, of course. And,
yes, of course.
and,
Or
you know,
maybe even 2 ways at once.
Yes.
I don't know, man. Carson sent me a TikTok this morning where it started off, there was this whole guy riding a horse, and the guy in the background was like, yes, this horse has been known to be extremely loyal and intelligent. It will never betray its rider, and it just smashes into a wall.
Right, but the centaur's got the human half controlling the beast.
I see.
And you know, going back to what you mentioned earlier, I know when it comes to this, like harpies, for example, the harpy girl, not to get sidetracked, but that's bottom tier for me. That's bottom tier.
That's just sticking your dick in crazy right there.
Yeah, but also Animax like a big fan of like feet, and talons just don't do it for him.
I see.
No, okay, that's lies. That is lies.
But like the harpy's frail. Harpy's frail. The wings, you know, you think of like a bird, like the trope is always the bird falls out of the tree and its wings all broken, and it's like, but with the centaur, with the horse, it can, how do I say this? You know, we say strong. I know that I can take it around the track. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I can take it around the track, and I know it will be up for it with the centaur. You know?
Yeah, and she could take you as well.
Right.
That's what
so yeah, definitely the centaur for me. If we expand out of the Monster Musume lore and just monster girls in general, I'm a fan of like the orc girl.
Wait,
maybe
what?
like the oni, like the ogre. Yeah.
Really? Orc girl.
So
I thought orcs only had men because I watched Hentai.
Well, I'm not even. They actually might be called something. There might be a word for it, but you know, sort of like the giant tress type of thing. Because you ever watch Futurama? You know that episode I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah. Oh, it's Death by Snoo Snoo. Death by Snoo, right?
Snoo.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Amazonian girls, definitely.
Again,
bro.
we talked earlier about like dominance, like the dom mommy type thing. There's something to that, being kind of like, you know, you think of like the Tolkien Lord of the Rings depiction of like the orcs, the ogres.
Yeah.
And you imagine like a bunch of those giantress mommies like raiding around. You get captured, and you just tossed around like a rag.
To be fair, I find it hard to believe that, you know, the Lord of the Rings type ogres would be attractive as women.
Right.
But with Death by Snoo Snoo, you know, I would definitely, you know, go out that way.
A very relevant and important question. Who is your One Piece waifu, and why is it Boa Hancock?
You know, I'm gonna have to go with. Well, first of all, you know, you showed me this carrot. I might have to do some additional research. My answer might change here.
Oh no!
But off the top of my head, you know, I mean, you know, not to be kind of obvious, of course, but Robin though, because I mean, you know, do I even have to like? Come on.
You don't have to.
I mean, you do have to. All three of us, we all read One Piece together. None of us has Robin as our top tier waifu of One Piece.
I think
Robin, what's called, both Jordan and Spooky, Robin is their number one. It's definitely a popular pick, and so is Nami. Nami and Robin are the normie popular pick, and
Boa
for good reason.
The queen, okay?
Oh, I think Robin is a good pick for sure, and Briggs is right. You know, I love my Nami, but I think, you know, no one would say no to Robin. Come on.
Nah,
Robin's more calm demeanor. Again, kind of like a nurturing type. But besides that point, I mean, like taking the term hand job to a whole nother level. Like,
you bet.
Just use a little bit of imagination, and it goes.
Just remember, she can do that with any part of her body.
Any part of her body can be replicated.
I don't know. She might be the queen of hand jobs, but there's another certain empress with a hand cock.
The queen of hand cocks, yeah.
Hand cock, bro.
That's true.
You know,
anyway,
Robin can technically make a bed of bobs.
That's true. That would be pretty crazy, actually.
And as great as that sounds,
snake.
And Nami and Robin are fantastic, Boa is still just looking down on them so hard she's looking up at the end of the day.
I'll be quite frank with you. No one will make you harder than Boa Hancock.
Then there it is. Yes. Boa's not bad.
Professor, I have another question. And this could be, you know, a topic for a future lecture. I'm wondering, what are some anime girls that you know that are generally like detestable characters, and yet you would still smash?
Ooh. Detestable. Oh, okay.
You know, everyone hates them. They're terrible people. Like, you know she's bad for you,
Oh,
but you
God,
just want
okay.
some. You still want some.
Oof, that's you know.
Yeah, I'm thinking like mommy from Rent a Girlfriend.
I think, I think for me, I think my choices would be generally any kind of tsundere character. I I'm not a fan of. I hate the tsundere like kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
but there's something about them. You're just like if I can just how do I say this without
To the
coming
throat.
off like
Sorry.
yeah, you just want to like
Choke them a little.
yeah, you want to teach them a lesson.
Yeah, well, you're a professor. You're allowed to say that.
Yeah, you want I want to teach them a lesson. You know, I'm a professor. I want to teach them a lesson. You know, they're being all soon. You know,
Have you read Chainsaw Man, Professor?
I have not.
Never mind.
I don't even
I'm
know
the
what
only
anime
one
is.
here that read Chainsaw Man. Wow.
I read Chainsaw Man. 45.
All of it?
45 chapters.
Okay, so you didn't read Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, like for example,
What is there, like,
the first one I can
95?
think of, Professor, for me is you remember Jessie from Pokemon?
Yeah.
Like you know
Oh,
she's
dude.
not a good person or waifu, but
Right.
I would
But she
absolutely.
could still get it, yeah.
I absolutely could get it.
I think okay. So I'll actually give you some examples off the top of my head. Or Hime from Bleach. I don't think she's like detestable, but she's.
Well, I
or
hate her,
Hime from
so you're
Bleach
going
is
the right direction.
she's she's kind of like airheaded and kind of annoying, but she's like kind of thick. You know.
All right, well,
something like
someone in
that.
chat mentioned, I think, a really good call. Echidna from ReZero.
She's not even
Like-
detestable.
I love her.
I mean,
She's
yeah,
great.
she's definitely a terrible person.
But, like, she's horrible.
But I even love
Yeah.
her personality. I love her fucking. Oh.
Like she's terrible to other people, yes, but I mean, I that counts. I'll accept that answer for sure. Oh, I would also accept whoever that chick is from Shield Hero. I forget her name.
Bitch son.
You mean the
Ma-
squirrel?
Mine or something.
Yeah.
You're thinking of the turkey.
Yeah, she is detestable, but I want nothing to do with
Yeah,
it.
no, absolutely not.
Maybe the girl from Future Diary? Is that too
You
Oh yeah,
that?
you know.
Getting into
Yeah.
yandere.
right? That might be a different reason though. Like, it's not like detestable. It's more along the lines of like I would never want, because like. But if I could just one go, then
I
yeah,
don't-
for
it's
sure.
Like
kind of
some-
hilarious though, because as far as yanderes go, I know that Gasai is like the most popular from Future Diary, but I always preferred like Death from Kame ga Kill to.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that's.
I mean, I think me and Animac agree that the number one yandere is Albedo because
Yeah, I'll bet it was pretty great.
Albedo is just like she's crazy, but for you. I feel like she won't kill you. She just maybe kills the people around you. Well,
Yeah, but so does Ested.
Gasai might actually fucking kill you. Like there's people that want like a girl that could kick their ass, but then there's people I guess that like a girl that will kill you. And I think that that's one step too far for me personally.
Wait, Albedo from what?
From
Overlord.
Overlord.
Oh, I fucking love Overlord.
Let's go.
I love Overlord so much. I bought the light novel recently. I've been meaning to read it for research
Ooh.
purposes, of course.
Yes, of
but
course.
Didn't you?
You have to understand the way of the boner.
New season for
Okay,
that
so
got
now I'm
announced.
gonna say something, and I want you guys to answer honestly. First of all, did you see Lando kill a kill?
Yeah.
Okay, so now guys, I know your instinct is gonna be like publicly like no way, but give me an honest answer. The mom from Kill a Kill.
I'm not even surprised here, MILF Simp.
I am not even surprised that you're saying that.
Yeah,
I
sure. Why not?
personally
Yeah.
am not a fan of people that molest their daughters.
That's fair.
Just doesn't do it for me. It's a turnoff. It's just a huge turnoff.
Can't say no to MILFs though. It's in my nature.
And
What was your
You can-
thoughts on like the whole lizard sex from Overlord?
Oh, that's a good furry, or I
that's
guess
a good professor
I guess
question.
scaly or what? No.
It's funny. I mean, part of why I love Overlord so much is because they're like, okay, what's this? They're going off on like this like side arc, like tangent with the lizard people, and then they just keep doing it, and it gets more in depth, and then it culminates with like the lizard fucking, and it's like, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's almost like a meta joke, because when you think they haven't taken it far enough, because at first you're like, get me back to the
main plot.
Ainz.
Yeah.
Right. What is this? And then you find yourself going like, I care about the lizard people, and then they show them fucking, and you're like, what? They've like memed me again. Are they trolling me?
They double and triple down. They really do.
I mean, honestly, that's one of the things I don't like about Overlord. Just because I can't, like, I want to watch like the main cast, and I'm watching Lizard.
No, I was okay with them showing all the lizard stuff, especially the banging. I would just like to see more of that with Albedo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, let's have some fair representation.
I like when like the side plots connect to Ainz, even if he's in his like hero form. Like it's all connected and kind of intermingled and comes back relatively quickly. But they actually spent a lot of time on stuff that just doesn't matter. It's like we don't need a conclusion for people that don't connect to the main plot.
Yeah.
In any way.
I love, my favorite little subplot thing is that village girl that amasses the goblin army. I love that little side plot thing. Yeah, I love Overlord a lot. It's one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, remember that crazy girl? What is her name? Clementine?
Oh yeah,
right,
from the first season.
Yo, they hyped her up. They were
savage.
Like, Clementine, she's one of the 3 strongest swordsmen in all of the world. They're just like hugged to death by Ainz.
No, but still, she is so crazy and repulsive, and yet so hot, though.
I get, yeah, fair.
Damn, damn is a lot.
Also, if I'm remembering correctly, like short hair, kind of like a tomboy look.
Yeah, shorter hair.
Yeah.
Just like the craziest look in her eyes, bro.
Yeah, I'm down. Sure, why not? If I could somehow guarantee my safety,
Look,
yeah.
If we're not getting killed, fuck yeah. Also, people are in the chat like, how come I'm not mentioning Kira's wife? There's nothing detestable about Kira's beautiful wife. Talking about JoJo's Lando. JoJo's Part 4.
Oh. That's my favorite part.
Hell yeah! Look at this dude.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Kira's wife. Like, yes, she's a terrible person, but there's just something about her, man.
Yeah, I only read up to is it 8? Part 8? I read up to part 8.
Wow, he's ahead of us.
I didn't read it. I just watched the end.
Yeah, we're all stuck at part 5 right now.
Yeah, I was
How is 8? I've heard good things.
I heard 7 was amazing.
Or is 7 the good one? My bad.
I used to purport myself as like a very big JoJo fan for sure, and I feel a lot of people would disagree, perhaps be enraged to the point of losing their eyesight. But I'm a fan of like the more older parts. The later you get, it's like, is this even JoJo anymore? What am I even reading?
That's sad to hear. That's really unfortunate, honestly, because I mean part 5, but part 2 is my favorite as well. So I'm sad to hear that it's changing a lot.
Well, I mean, I guess it's just it's a weird version of power creep just because it's going on for so long, and I guess you do have to change it up. And after so many years, it's bound to get farther and farther away. But
you
yeah, I mean,
change as an artist and get influenced by different things as you get older, and you probably wanted to do some different stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. And definitely, I think part 7, 6, 7, the whatever's coming out, Stone Ocean with Jolene, is that?
Yeah,
I mean,
6.
I wonder how like close to the material it will be, but like by the end of that, you're like, the fuck's is this even JoJo? And then going further, you're like, I'm not even. Call it something else at this point, because they start to like get so different from
Yeah, but I feel like that's part of the appeal too, because
I can see that for sure.
Part 5, because they all have like a similar energy despite like different art styles, different themes. Like part 5 and part 1 are so different. Honestly, part 5 and part 3 are so different. Like part 5 is so, I mean,
it's true.
Part 5's Giorno, right?
Yes.
Is that?
Yeah, as a profussy as you are, part 5 is a lot more like effeminate than part 3.
But it still felt like JoJo's to me. Part 5 felt like JoJo's to me.
What do you mean effeminate? What are you talking about?
It was Italian,
the characters
bro.
are a lot more sleek.
I like part 5. I like, if I have to say, like, do you like or dislike? I liked it, but that was definitely the beginning of like, I've read it, I watched it, I couldn't tell you how King Crimson works. I still don't understand it.
It's like he just takes a snippet of time and he cuts it out and he makes a different thing happen within that snippet of time, and then it just basically goes from the time before the snip to the time after the snip. It's basically like temporal circumcision.
But I think part 4 was the perfect balance of like the essence of JoJo, but the stands were just because you take part 3 and the stand is like, this is my stand. It'll punch you real hard. And then part 4 they give it the like a twist, right? There are rule sets and I thought 4 is like a good balance for sure.
At the same time though, 4 had that arrow which made it a stand bargain sale.
Yeah, the arrow. You know, you take.
But also, to be fair, you've never heard temporal circumcision before in your life, and now you have, and that's only because of part 5.
Bro, I don't know. I think that Nox just doesn't understand that in part 5 they're Europeans. He's like, it's so effeminate. It's called stylish, Nox.
It's true.
As a European myself, and as Briggs being a European,
yeah.
Well,
I think
part 1 is pretty European.
As we all know, Nux wears Crocs, so you wouldn't understand.
Part 1 is in England, bro.
Yeah, literally, Nux, his avatar, which he paid money for people to design it, has Crocs. Like that is a crime against humanity.
Also, he's wearing blue. And he's wearing blue and red at the same time. That's disgusting.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't ask for red. That was the artist's choice.
Well, the red.
I don't know. I think the red and blue kind of works in this case.
But also,
I mean, I'm saying
what did
it
you
works
say?
because he's a
What did you
fictional
say I was
character.
wearing on my feet? Did you say I was wearing Crocs? Well,
I know you got slippers. Oh, pink slippers!
got fluffy pink slippers.
I'm just saying IRL. I saw those Crocs.
See that?
I saw those Crocs.
Bro, Nux can float in the air. This is creepy.
It was so fucking funny. The other day I was on TikTok and I got somehow I got recommended these 2 Italian guys, these 2 Italian bros, and just things not to do in Italy. And you're like, never wear Crocs out in public. I was dying. I'm like, okay, I know where I get it from now.
No, I mean that Crocs out in public should be a rule here too. Like, yeah, okay, if you want to wear them around the house, but like if I see someone in Crocs out in public, I'm immediately thinking, okay, like this person, like probably
This person
probably
cares about comfort more than he cares about.
No, this person has
societal
multiple
norms.
cars that don't function anymore in their backyard.
I don't know.
Okay, can I say
anyone
Crocs?
that wears Crocs in public probably has like tens of thousands of dollars in their friend's bank account waiting for them to send it to them.
So I've worn Crocs before, and I always hear that it's like, oh, it's like a comfort thing, but I don't
They're
find
not
them very
even that
comfortable.
comfortable.
They're really bulky.
They are
Yeah,
so
they're not even that comfortable. Like you can
They
get
are
like
so comfortable, bro.
The lack of dexterity.
What do you mean?
The lack
Slippers?
of dexterity.
you can get nice like furry slippers that are real comfortable. I'm wearing some right now.
All right,
Why would I be wearing
you can't wear
Crocs?
those in public because they can't get wet. Crocs can get wet.
I would never
They're
wear Crocs in
waterproof.
public, bro. Why would you wear Crocs in public?
in public?
All right, hear me out. When Briggs met me that I was wearing Crocs, I was in an airport, okay? I was flying.
Oh, he was wearing Crocs when you met him?
Yeah.
Oh no!
It was amazing.
Crocs in
The
the airport?
first sentence I said to Nux was "nice cock, bro." It's true.
True.
Oh
But
yeah.
you know what? Listen, okay, all right. If I'm gonna be in a plane for infinite hours, I am going to take my shoes, Crocs, off. I am
Oh,
going
you
to
take
have-
your shoes off on a plane?
I am going.
You're
to be
that guy?
comfortable
You take your
on
shoes
my
off on a
plane.
plane?
Yes.
This just got so much worse.
That is actually pretty foul.
You're not
That's
listening.
actually pretty
You're
foul.
not listening. I don't walk around without the Crocs. I could slip them right back in when I move. But I could like sit in a epic comfortable position and quickly slip the Crocs off and on depending on the correct motif.
I can't believe that you never told me this before, Briggs, that when you met him, he had Crocs.
He literally has said that before.
I've roasted him many a time.
I never heard this, and this is, this is a deal breaker for our friendship. Bro.
You wearing socks like, is it with socks?
Better have been.
We're
Barefoot?
not going to talk about it.
Barefoot?
No.
You say there's socks. at least.
It's
I
bad
was-
either way, right? It's bad
Yes,
either
I was
way.
wearing
No,
socks.
okay, don't get me wrong. Crocs in public, bad. Crocs on the airplane to take off, bad. Crocs on the airplane to take off with no socks?
I wore
Ah!
socks.
Socks and
No, but you're
sandals?
having-
Socks and sandals?
I know
I wasn't-
socks and sandals.
Pain.
Briggs.
I don't
Honestly,
own
it's an
sandals,
insult to
unfortunately.
sandals to put Crocs in the same sentence. My apologies.
Bro,
I'll be
Knox.
honest.
Bro.
Crocs on a plane is the meta, and if you don't do it, you're literally hurting yourself. It's the meta.
Listen,
It's literally better.
Dude, you
I
both-
like, as an Eastern European, I love my like track suits, being comfortable in track suits. I wear them all the time. I wear them in airplanes. But wear some sneakers, bro. Like comfortable sneakers, but wear some fucking sneakers.
Nah, bro, Crocs.
Crocs aren't even comfy either. Like, and you're gonna be fucking carrying luggage, walking around.
I will die on this hill.
Things.
Crocs are comfortable, and they are the ideal plane footwear. Look, if it was like an hour flight, I would have worn sneakers. But if it's gonna be like a 12-hour flight, I am going to wear some comfy ass Crocs.
Do you flip up the back thing?
Selling Crocs for merch, Nux, because you really.
I don't use the back thing. I use it like as slippers. I don't do the back thing. I will die on this hill.
Do you get the clips? Like that's the thing with the Crocs is like the like pins you put on the Crocs.
I don't have pins. I don't have pins.
Interesting.
Just normal, regular, generic, extremely
Honest question,
Crocs.
Nux. Honest question. How many different Crocs do you own?
I have 2 pairs of Crocs.
What colors?
One is black and one is navy blue.
I was imagining bright green.
I don't got bright green.
Okay.
Yet. Anyway, Nox, I think you need to start selling Crocs on your merch site. Because that's something you're passionate about. You can turn it into a meme and sell Nox Crocs.
Please
Crocs are amazing. Amazing!
He has too many.
Yeah, you know who wears Crocs?
Me.
People at Walmart who have nothing wrong with them physically but still drive around in those little cars.
Crocs are amazing. And if I could get pink fluffy ones, I would. That was a joke.
I'd rather walk around barefoot outside than wear Crocs.
Oh, I've done that too.
There's more
Crocs
honor
are
to
better.
that.
Yeah.
There's more honor to that, Briggs.
No. You all just don't understand. Honestly, you are too concerned of what society views you as, okay? As a proud student of the Ligma University,
Right.
I can
don't
say
give a fuck what
with the
people think of
whole
me.
heart.
I walk around with the waifus on my t-shirt, bro. I have a sense of style to a certain degree. I don't wear red and blue and wear Crocs on my feet.
I wear Crocs because they are comfortable as hell. But I don't walk around with Crocs normally. I just will wear them like if I'm on a flight because they're comfortable.
Like, to be fair, Nux's avatar is also wearing like a belt on his neck.
Again, that was artist's choice. I didn't come up with that.
You can't really talk.
The belt's the best part of the look, honestly.
Thanks, bro.
It's the belt and the
bro.
mask for me.
Yeah.
Everything else has got to go.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
No, I like how this actually devolved into a Croc discussion because this needed to be said. This shit needed to be said, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I stand by literally everything I said.
No, I know you do.
Because I'm a psychopath.
Yeah.
I know you are.
Do we have any other questions for the professor?
Man, I wish I would have been wearing Crocs when I met Nags. Just to freak you out.
See, but that's the thing. I know, of course now, if I ever did have the opportunity to meet you, I have to be wearing Crocs when I do, right?
Yes!
It's just
Honestly, you don't.
Sure.
If we meet at an airport, I will probably be wearing Crocs. True story.
Professor, have you seen Code Geass?
Oh yeah. Yeah, not the new stuff.
No, not the new stuff.
Wait, you said Code Geass, right?
Yes.
Code Geass? Yeah, not like the resurrection.
No, we don't talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay,
first, is it spoiler? Is there
No, who cares? It's
don't spoil the ending. Don't spoil the ending. Everything but the ending.
Yeah. I mean, I remember Code Geass has a special place in my heart because, growing up, my exposure, like a lot of people here in this, the Adult Swim and stuff like that was my first exposure, and I remember that's how I consumed, the stuff growing up, Inuyasha and stuff. But Code Geass was actually the first anime that I discovered. It was it comes out in Japanese earlier and it's serialized, and I can wait for the next episode and watch it online. So that was the first anime I remember watching in that capacity, not what happens to be on Adult Swim on Cartoon Network, the rerunning Bleach or something.
Yeah.
And also it's just fucking great. I love Code Geass.
Good.
Also,
one of my favorites, for sure.
the plot of Code Geass is so good. Just the whole Geass system and the political aspect of it is so deep and good. And then on top of that, they're just throwing mechs in there.
Yeah, just for good
It's like,
measure.
it could have been so good without the mechs, but then they're like, and just throw some mechs in there. Why not?
No, I agree with you. It was Code Geass was also like one of the first 3 or 4 anime that I watched when I really got into anime beyond just the stuff that you would see on TV, right? And I loved it, and I watched it like many times after that because I loved it. But the reason I brought it up is because many people in the chat are asking you what you thought of the Table Coon scene. What is your analysis of the Table Coon scene?
Yeah. You know, you have to ask what is, to what end is this serving plot wise, or really? And in fact, I think the first time I watched it, I didn't even realize what was going on, because it's like, this can't possibly be. I don't know what to say. I mean, we're talking about it right now. It's memorable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know, that hurts you. It is interesting how they threw that in there, so random that we're still talking about it like over a decade later, and even a professor at Ligma University isn't sure what to say about it. Like that has power, you know?
Because the show is very, I think, top 10 lists and stuff aside, it's such a good whole built show in itself. Not so that it's surprising that kind of scene is in this show that seems so well thought out and put together. Because it's kind of like Code Geass doesn't need that shock factor. It's doing it okay by itself. So
it just makes you think how important this is that they had to have it in there. They had to have it, you know?
I mean, I'm sure there's some, I don't know, maybe you, but I'm sure there's some anime YouTuber out there that has some deep analysis about how this table scene plays into the psychological blah 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 of Code Geass. I don't know.
Honestly, I used to do a lot of Code Geass videos years ago, so I might have talked about it. I don't even remember anymore, but yeah. I think most of my analysis was about the fact that the table did not consent. So
dangerous territory. What's funny about that is that, you know, a show, there's higher ups, they have to go through a chain of command, so it was like approved through a process and like animated, and even when they're animating it, there's multiple people involved, so it went through this entire line of people before getting like shown, and then it just was approved throughout the whole process. Seems like hilarious.
One animator was just fucking horny, and he's like, I'm gonna throw this in and see if it gets approved somehow. It's like a lol, it's a meme. It'll get taken out, it'll get edited out, and then everyone had the same response as you when they went over it. They're like,
that's deep, or I don't know.
It's like either we're gonna be remembered for that ending or for that table scene, but we want to be remembered, so let's go.
I think everyone was just speechless and was just like, they just moved on, right? They didn't know what to do with it, and it somehow stayed in.
Yeah.
But like you said horny, but like with Code Geass, you have so many waifus in there. Like, why Nina in the table, bro?
That's what I'm saying earlier about like not needing that shock value, not needing that. You know, like the student festival scene and all the shots of Colin in the cockpit and in C2 and like the mascot, like they have so much of that already. Well, it does seem like kind of overkill with that table scene.
Actually, Professor, my favorite waifu is an underrated one, Valletta.
Oh, my man.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good choice for sure.
I'm a big Valletta stan. Yes, she is crazy ass bitch, but then she also has that, you know, waifu side which comes out later.
That the enemies to lovers though.
Yeah.
That whole thing that happens, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I love it. She's a complex, sexy character. Also Cornelia, damn, bro.
Cornelia, interesting. I don't think I hear that very often.
Like she's the girl that, you know, she would be smashing you.
Talking about Jeremiah Gottwald, cringe.
Oh my gosh, dude!
I'm just saying Cornelia would smash you. You wouldn't smash her. That's all I'm saying.
You're reminding me of all the Code Geass things I love. Yeah, Jeremiah. The scene near the end.
Oh god, yeah.
It's so where you like, when he jumps out, it's so good. You're like, what the hell?
Well, when he's fighting
orange
Anya,
is the color of his loyalty,
Anya,
bro.
And his mech gets nuked, and he jumps out
of
his mech
he jumps
her
up,
mech.
and he just beats. He's just like we'll just do this old fashioned.
He's like, okay, dude.
Throwing fists. That's epic.
That was awesome. Sure. Oh my god.
Orange is the color of our loyalty, bro.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Yeah, man. Code Geass has waifus.
True. Mostly
for
genre manga.
days.
But yeah, going back, all the stuff that came after, I don't even dare.
Yeah, no, I don't want to
to.
touch it. Code Geass is like a perfect little story in my mind. I really don't want anything to affect it.
Yeah, I don't care about the movies, but there's apparently gonna be another series too. So
I feel like they keep on saying that. They keep on saying that there's gonna be something, and then it just like some stupid spin-off that I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and best boy is Earl of Pudding, Sam.
Oh, dude, I love Earl of Pudding. What a legend.
I need to rewatch Code Geass. It's been far too long.
Yeah, you do.
Did you know that the Earl of Pudding actually invented the sandwich?
Like the fact that I don't have an opinion on a waifu is a problem. And,
That's a problem.
I need to settle that.
Oh, Rakshada. I think Meta Hulk would flip if we didn't mention Rakshada.
I think that's pretty racist, Anime.
I think that's pretty inclusive, Nux.
I don't know. I think racist, but okay, we'll go with inclusive.
All right, boys. I think it's been a fantastic podcast.
So do I. It was a great time. Yo, Professor, thank you so much for joining us and enlightening us.
Yeah, of course. Thanks for having me. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad
was
to
so
have
much fun.
met some
Hell
fellow.
Lando, do you wanna invite people to your social medias and all that stuff? Please go ahead.
Yeah, if you're interested in expanding your knowledge base, Professor Lando, just search that up. I stream on Twitch, upload YouTube videos and all that. I'm actually doing a lecture today. What time is it? In like 1.5 hours. We're doing a follow-up to my Monster Girl discussion. But yeah, search me up. I don't know of many other Professor Landos, but you're sure to find me on Twitter, YouTube, all that stuff.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude, you were an epic guest.
Thanks.
I do appreciate having you, and if there's anything any of us could do, hit us up anytime. It's always a pleasure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Let's who was the Apex? Let's play some Apex sometime.
I'm down.
Yeah!
Bro. I'm so down. Next plays Apex.
You're among friends here. You're among friends here, Lando. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.
Bang.